Have you ever felt that quiet, weary sigh deep in your soul? The sigh of the man who played by the rules, who was straightforward, who told the truth, who did his level best. And then you watch the cheat, the scoundrel, the sly one dance away with the prize, the praise, the power. And the world seems to whisper a terrible, fascinating secret into your ear. It says, honesty is a virtue, but look, it is also a chain. What a curious game this is. What a beautiful, painful paradox. You see, the honest man, and perhaps you are this man, this woman, you carry something. It's an invisible weight. You carry the world's conscience. It is the burden of should and ought and must. You are like an upright stone in the middle of a rushing river. The water of the world flows all around you. It adapts, it bends, it finds the easy way. But you stand firm. And in your firmness, in your rigidity, you feel the constant, relentless pressure of the current. You begin to wonder, is my strength actually my weakness? And we have been taught, a most subtle lie. We've been sold a story that life is a transaction, a cosmic business deal. We are told that good deeds are like coins. You put them into the great cosmic vending machine of virtue. You press the button labeled goodness, and you wait for the reward to clunk down the chute, happiness, security, a good reputation. So you put your coin in, you press the button, you wait, and nothing happens. Or worse, the scoundrel comes along. He doesn't have a coin. He gives the machine a good solid kick right in the side, and the entire stock, all the rewards comes tumbling out for him. He walks away, arms full, laughing, and you are left there, staring at the machine. Your coin is gone, and you think the machine must be out of order. The system is broken. But what if the machine was never there to begin with? What if we just invented the idea of the machine? What if the universe isn't keeping score the way we think it is? Let me tell you a little story, a parable. Consider the bamboo and the oak in the face of a great storm. The oak is magnificent, it is strong, it is honest, it is upright. It says to the wind, I will not yield. I have integrity. I have principle. I will stand true. The storm comes, and the oak stands rigid against the wind. It resists with all its mighty fiber. It fights the force of nature itself. And then, crack, a sound that breaks your heart. Its strength became its weakness. It splinters. It breaks. Now look at the bamboo. Oh, the bamboo is a rascal. It seems to have no principles. It seems dishonest. The wind blows, and it bends, it yields, it flirts with the storm. It dances with it. It seems to be a coward, giving in to every single gust. It has no ego to defend. But when the storm has passed, the mighty oak is shattered, and the bamboo is still there. It quivers for a moment, and then it springs back, upright, dancing in the sunlight, not a scratch on it. Now, which of them was truly stronger? The one who was honest, rigid, and broke, or the one who seemed dishonest, flexible, and survived? You see, the question itself starts to unravel. Our definitions of strength and honesty begin to blur into something else entirely. This is the edge of the paradox. This is where the real game begins. And if you're feeling that ache, that sense of being the upright stone, then you are already at the door. And the key to understanding the whole game is waiting for you on the other side. So you feel it, don't you? The ache of the upright stone, the frustration of the kicked vending machine. And you're left asking that most fundamental question, why? Why does it seem the game is rigged? Well, what if I suggested that it is rigged, but not in the way you think? The game is rigged from the very start, because we've all agreed, silently, to pretend we don't know it's a game. You see, we are all actors. We walk onto a stage the moment we are born. Stage called society, culture, the world. And we are given a part to play. The good citizen, the successful businessman, the honest man, the rogue. And we become so enthralled by the performance. We forget we are wearing a costume. We forget the lines were written by someone else. We take the play for reality itself. The honest man is the most tragic and beautiful actor of them all. He is the one who has read his lines with utmost sincerity. He believes absolutely in his role. He is trying desperately to obey the rules of the script. But my dear fellow, he is trying to obey rules that were never really written down. He is following a script he thinks exists, while everyone else is just improvising, making it up as they go along. No wonder he feels out of step. No wonder he feels a profound dissonance. He is the only one not in on the joke. And what is the joke? The joke is that the stage itself is an illusion. We look at the honest man and we say, he is so straight, so true. But let me ask you this. Have you ever looked truly closely at a tree? I mean, really looked at it. Is it straight? Is it perfect? Does it follow some abstract mathematical ideal of a line? No. It is gloriously, wonderfully, magnificently crooked. It winds its way towards the sun. It zigzags around a rock. It is a dance. It is a flow. It is a conversation with the wind and the light. Only man, in his wonderfully abstract and sometimes foolish mind, creates the punishing ideal of the straight line. The straight line does not exist in nature. We impose it. We create rulers and laws and moral codes, all straight lines, and then we suffer immensely because we and the world around us are gloriously crooked. We are trying to force a living, winding, pulsating universe into a dead, static straitjacket of our own design. The honest man is simply the one trying the hardest to fit into that straitjacket and suffering the most from its tightness. This is where we must talk about the good and the bad. We see them as eternal enemies, locked in a battle, but that is a child's view. Think of it like this. Can you have a coin with only one side? Can you have a shadow without light? Can you know the meaning of up without down? Of course not. The good man and the bad man are not enemies. They are partners. They are in a secret symbiotic dance, a waltz they never agreed to, but a waltz nonetheless. They need each other. The honest man needs the scoundrel to define his honesty. Without the rogue, who would he be? He would just be a man. His identity, his very sense of self, is defined by its opposite. They are two sides of the same coin, and the coin is the game itself. This brings us inevitably to karma. Oh, how we love to misunderstand karma. We've turned it into the universe's simple-minded bookkeeper, a cosmic Santa Claus making a list, checking it twice. You did a bad thing, so a bad thing will happen to you. It's seen as a system of moral cause and effect, a transaction even more rigid than the vending machine. But that is a pedestrian understanding. Karma is not judgment. Karma is not punishment. Karma is the intricate, inseparable, breathtaking web of cause and effect itself. It is the entire pattern of the universe. It is the way everything connects to everything else. The suffering of the honest man is not a punishment for his honesty. It is the natural consequence of it. It is the other side of his own integrity. He suffers because he is sensitive. He has fine-tuned his instrument to hear the true music of the universe, and so he winces when he hears the world playing out of tune. The man who is deaf to the music doesn't even notice. The rogue might be dancing to an entirely different rhythm. The honest man's pain is the pain of awareness. It is not a sign that he is wrong. It is a sign that he is awake. He feels the dissonance between the straight line of the rules and the crooked, winding, chaotic, beautiful reality of life. He is not being punished by the universe. He is simply feeling the universe itself. And this feeling, this exquisite pain, it is the beginning of wisdom, but it is also a door. And on the other side of that door lies the most clever trap of all, a trap so subtle that the honest man walks right into it, thinking it is a throne. And so we arrive at the most bitter pill, the most exquisite and clever trap. You've felt the dissonance, you've seen the game, and now, in your honesty, you have found a new role, a new costume to wear. You have become the sufferer, the martyr, the one who sees the truth. And here is the trap. The feeling that I am a sufferer because I am good is the final and most brilliant trick of the ego. Do you see? Your ego was once perhaps invested in being successful or wealthy or admired, but the world did not reward that. So now it has found a new diet, a new food. It has become invested in being right. It feasts on the pure, refined oxygen of perceived moral superiority. I suffer more, therefore I am better. I see the corruption they are blind to, therefore I am wiser. I carry this burden they refuse to carry, therefore I am nobler. This, my friends, is spiritual pride. It is the secret vanity of martyrdom. It is the ego inflating itself like a beautiful, fragile balloon on the hot air of its own pain. It is a much more subtle and satisfying game than chasing money, because no one can ever take it away from you. Your suffering becomes your crown. Let us be clear, this is not honesty anymore. This is attachment. The honest man is not truly selfless. Oh no, he is attached to a specific outcome. His honesty is a contract he has written in his mind with the universe. He is saying, look here, universe, I am being good. I am following the rules as I understand them. I am playing my part with integrity. Now, you must hold up your end of the bargain. You owe me peace. You owe me justice. You owe me a reward. And he feels a deep, simmering, righteous fury when the universe, which never ever signed his contract, does not pay up. His suffering is no longer just from the world's dissonance. It is from the universe's blatant refusal to adhere to his business terms. Can you see the irony? The man who thinks he has escaped the game of transactions has simply set up his own, more rigidly moralistic marketplace. And in this, we can see a most startling thing. If the honest man is truly honest with himself, he might glimpse a shocking truth buried deep in his heart, a faint flickering envy for the liberation of the rogue. The rogue, the scoundrel, in his unconscious, amoral way, is free from this contract. He is not waiting for a reward. He is not keeping a cosmic scorecard. He is not burdened by the shoulds. He dances in the moment, for the moment. He is like water, finding the path of least resistance. The saint, in his magnificent rigidity, has become a prisoner in a castle of his own principles. The rogue, for all his misbehavior, is in a twisted, unconscious way fluid. He is playing the game without worrying about the rule book. The saint is so obsessed with the rule book, he has forgotten the game is meant to be played. He has become the umpire, not the player. The honest man clenches his fist to hold on to his virtues. The rogue has open hands and thus cannot hold anything, but also cannot be caught. This is the prison of the saint, not the world's rejection, but his own need for the world to confirm his goodness. His identity is now chained to his own suffering. To give it up would be to lose himself entirely. But what if that is exactly what is required? Not to become a rogue, but to see that the saint and the rogue are both characters in a play, and that you are neither, that you are the awareness behind both roles. That, however, is a letting go so profound, so terrifying, that it feels like annihilation. It feels like stepping off the edge of the world, but I tell you, it is not annihilation. It is the beginning of true life. So here we are, at the precipice. The honest man stands there, looking into the abyss. Behind him is the crumbling castle of his own righteousness. Before him is the terrifying freedom of the rogue, which looks an awful lot like chaos. And the question hangs in the air. What is to be done? Must we all become scoundrels? Must we abandon integrity to be free? No. 1,000 times no. The answer is not to change your nature. The bamboo does not try to become the oak. The oak does not try to become the bamboo. That would be another form of violence against the self. The answer is to change your seeing, to wake up from the dream of the transaction entirely. The honest man who calculates, if I am good, good will return, is not yet truly honest. He is a businessman, a speculator in virtue. But true virtue is not calculated. It is spontaneous. It is like singing. You don't sing to get to the end of the song. The reward is in the singing itself. The honest act done for its own sake, with no eye on the future reward, is its own fulfillment. The moment you do it for a reward, it is no longer honesty. It is commerce. And the universe does not do commerce. The universe does. It unfolds. So you are suffering. In this moment, you are playing the role of the sufferer. This is your part in the cosmic drama. Can you play it superbly? Can you find the beauty in the tragic part? Can you see that the man who suffers for his honesty is a necessary, noble, beautiful character, in the play of life? When you see this, when you see your own suffering, not as a personal failure, but as a part of the immense, beautiful pattern of the whole, the weight begins to vanish. You are no longer a victim of the role. You are the actor playing it with artistry and depth. You are the universe expressing itself as suffering, just as it expresses itself as joy, as rain, as the bird calling outside your window. This is the cosmic punchline, the grand hilarious joke. You suffer because you take the game seriously. But the universe is not serious. It is playful. It is a dance. It is a game of hide and seek that it plays with itself. When you see that your honesty and the resulting suffering are all part of the dance, the weight vanishes. You are no longer a sufferer. You are the dance itself. You are not a lonely, isolated stone in the river. You are the river. You are the water flowing around the stone. You are the stone. You are the pressure between them. You are the universe expressing itself. You are the universe expressing itself as an honest man. You are the universe expressing itself as the rogue who cheats. You are the universe expressing itself as the rain on the roof and the cello's note and the silence between them. You are not a victim of the universe. You are the universe. And in that scene, the heaviest burden becomes the lightest being. The struggle ends. And all that is left is the magnificent, curious unfolding isness of it all. The honest man's journey ends not in a reward, but in a revelation. Not in a payment, but in a pardon from himself. He is freed from the need to be the hero of his own story. He can simply be. And in that simple being, he finds a harmony that transcends both suffering and joy. He finds the unshakable peace that comes not from everything going right, but from the deep, humorous understanding that everything, in its own strange way, is already right. He can finally put down the burden, not because it is gone, but because he has realized he was never really carrying it to begin with.